Greetings, I'm George Boston Ryan with the Get You Free Press. I'm here in Valdosta, Georgia at Saunders Park. Saunders Park didn't just get the name Saunders Park. 15 of us were arrested to get this name changed from a racist Bible Park name to Saunders Park. White folks didn't want it changed, some black folks didn't want it changed, but we got it changed. Today we're not here about the park. We are here because a Reverend ZACK wanted to come to Valdosta and do a little historical account of what is happening to our people. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna give a brief introduction because it seems like, it appears to be, it smells like, it tastes like, it feels like I'm the only person here from Valdosta. So I'm gonna welcome these outsiders into Valdosta and Lowndes County. However, the issue of the day should affect all black people. And if you didn't know about this, you should have been connected with the people that are connected with ZACK and with Commissioner Olivia Coley Pearson out of Douglas, and with another brother from Africa, from Atlanta, and another brother and another sister that you should know. And if you knew them, you would be here this morning. So this is my introduction. I just welcome all of you all on Facebook, to YouTube, and I want you to remember this as I close. As an introduction, welcome to Valdosta. This is not strange for Valdosta. Whenever it comes up about the issues of who will speak up boldly without being pulled and manipulated by strings that are attached to someone else, it's very few of us will do that. And at this point, I want to introduce you to
the music that was attempted to be played here. We were supposed to have a live person singing it here today. The name of it is called Strange Fruit.
Southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root. Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then a sudden smell of burning flesh. pluck for the rain together, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rock, for the tree to drop. Here is a strange and bitter cry.
Strange fruit came out of a situation where a female by the name of, what was her name? Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday's journey in the South, where she actually witnessed black people being lynched as she came down through the South on the Chitlin circuit to perform as an entertainer. She was from Baltimore. What the song basically says, it's called Strange Fruit. Blood on the leaves and blood at the roots. And what has happened to that strange fruit is the same thing that happened to Emmett Till, who we are remembering today, and Kendrick Johnson, who was from here in Lowndes County and was lynched. Lowndes County is not a place where lynching was not a very serious matter and continues to be the very same. Our history and our culture has been brutalized, buck were pulverized. Experts have attempted at teaching our history and culture, but with sanitizing it. So today at this Strange Fruit Conference, Valdosta Truth Throwdown, surprise, we introduce you that what has happened to us is that we have been getting lynched too long. Yes. And our children have become like French fries to the people who in control that tell so many lies. Wow. This Strange Fruit Valdosta Truth Throwdown is our stand today, our mission, yes, to use truth as our weapon, to declare, and now we rise. In the honor of the young man, Emmett Till, and Kendrick Johnson, and many, many, many more, with their blood on the leaves and their blood at the roots. In the words of Claude McKay, I will say, if we must die, oh, let it not be like hogs hunted and pinned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mark at our accursed lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood will not be spilled in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us, though dead. O kinsmen, let us meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave, and for their 1,000 blows, deal one death blow. What though before us lie the open grave? Like men and women, we'll face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying, but fighting back. We have invited you to this throwdown of truth. We are seeking hearts to restart, to change from our divided plans, and come together as an army would. Can you envision William Tecumseh Sherman, after burning Atlanta to the ground, marching to the street, committing an act of making sure not one chicken feet, not one piece of cloth got to the Confederate forces fighting in the North to prevent us from being free? Can you envision him tearing up the plantation system? But there was one situation he did not want to happen. He didn't anticipate it. It was our ancestors running from the plantation, in a lot of cases butt naked, screaming, "Glory be to God, us free." See, if you will, red handkerchiefs tied around the necks of black men and white men shooting at any group, the National Guard, the private police force, state troopers, anyone, forcing them to work in the mines of West Virginia, compensated only with death. Death by black lung disease, terrorized with lynchings. Dr. Reverend Barber has got it right. Develop friends and friendships. That's why we're here in Valdosta today. Because they lynching here, you know.
Come on.
They lynched a young man near Money, Mississippi on August 28, 1955. Tomorrow would be his birthday in which he was lynched. That's why we chose this day, this 27th, to come here to have people understand that they following a plan that has caused us to have lynchings everywhere, almost daily. We are here so that what we can do, we can come up with a prominent force based on the fact that in January of this year, not this year, January of 2013, on the 11th, his body was discovered. His name was Kendrick Johnson. What Reverend Barber has glimpsed is an army that can win against terrorists. Collective people with common political interests. Collective people with common economical interests. Common people with defensive interests. Common people with common environmental interests. Common people with family interests. And in particular, common interests to protect children, our babies.
Yes.
Dr. Barber constantly reminds us, beware of the smiling faces.
Hmm.
All right?
He constantly reminds us, beware of smiling faces lying to the racists.
All right now.
To stab all of us in the back, to take our places.
Yes, sir.
Preach.
He reminds us that we have got to use collective intelligence
Yes, sir, Reverend LYDE. Come
as a
on.
means to destroy those that want to kill us for their greed. Well, our effort today, based on the lynching of our children, we declare today enough is
Enough.
a damn enough.
Yes, it is.
You've been lynching us too long. Today we draft in writing and in our spiritual minds, hopefully, a declaration of truth, courage, and commitment with the academics, with the people on the cameras, the media, and the street force. We want to develop our activist weapon today,
Yes, sir.
and that weapon is a tree that will not die and cannot be killed.
All right.
It is the tree of truth.
My.
You can't buy us no more.
Come on.
You can't scare us no more.
Come on.
And we damn sure ain't gonna take no 30 pieces of silver.
Come on.
Our gold, our money.
That's right.
It's extremely important today,
Yes, sir.
here, to pay attention to the words of Professor Modiba Kadali as he brings to life these words. In the present period of great ideological struggle and much confusion, as the independent black movement within the United States gropes for direction, many old formulations and characterizations are put forth without modifications. Some of the concepts, he says, and formulations are dogmatically misapplied and unceremoniously imposed without attention being paid to the peculiarities of either the period, he used the word epic, I had to look that up, of their origin, or to the epoch to which they are regarded to have relevance. This is often done, he says, under the guise of scientific analysis. He says it is an unfortunate situation that continues to compound the ideological confusion within our movement. So being a street preacher,
Come on.
today, I hope our understanding comes like this. Our understanding of the powerful positions of Dr. Modiba Kadali. We, the street people, the street force, we've been looking in the eyes
I would leave the
of
99
Emmett Till
and go find that one.
and Kendrick Johnson,
Wow.
From the locks and jaws of Satan,
our lynch babies. Those eyes don't blink anymore. But those eyes are saying to us
Yes, sir.
that we can't afford confusion. The speech from their beautiful black bodies make it plain. These young men are saying to us they will not tolerate
Wow.
any line from us.
Come on.
Those young black bodies are saying they will not allow us to get bogged down in science without common sense and the participation of every class of people,
Yes.
especially the poor. Time has come to an end for these young men and others. So they have called us into session. This strange fruit, Valdosta truth, Throwdown. If I could sing strange fruit, I'd make it plain for you today. But I can't sing strange fruit. So that means I ain't gonna sing at all. I'm gonna sit down and then we're going to have a young sister who taught at Clark Atlanta University to come up and tell you how they tried to kick her. Then we're gonna have the great doctor who used to teach at Clark Atlanta University, because one of the things that we have failed to understand, lynching does not come only by rope.
All right now.
It comes with dope.
Come on.
It
Come on.
comes with the climate that the industrialists have poisoned our communities and our water and our soil
Yes.
and our place and our places of worship We are lynched by every kind of thing. There was a time, sister, black folk couldn't even go in the hospital. That's why they had Grady. Thank you.
Good morning, good morning,
Good morning.
afternoon. Thank y'all. Well, a correction to what Reverend LYDE said. He said a sister who taught at Clark.
Oh, I said that he
But
taught it.
I attended.
Yeah, that's right.
I attended Clark.
That's right.
A very, very prestigious HBCU in which I am very proud to have attended. Because it helped me, by attending Clark, helped me to find out who I was at a very young age of 17 when I first got there. But it helped to formulate and make me formidable to be able to go out and work when I got back home in my community and amongst my college students, because it was there that I began working on the campaign, mayoral campaign of then Mayor Andrew Young, which we know who became ambassador to the United Nations. Yes. So I'm very proud of my heritage and the heritage in which my mother instilled in me. Gladys Coley, say her name, Gladys Coley. Thank you for that powerful, strong, strong woman who stood about right here to me. But she was not afraid.
I'm telling you.
And she taught me to not be afraid.
That's right.
And before she died, after I had been elected to the city council in Douglas, Georgia in 2000, she told me before she died, she watched to see me serve 10 months. From January to October, I served 10 months while she was living. And she told me before she died, I don't care if you have to stand by yourself.
Well,
you stand by yourself for what is right.
That's correct.
And for what is just. Yes. And God will see you through.
Well,
I didn't really understand it then. But by and by, as I stood up and I fought for my people to have equal rights as other people have.
Yes.
Then the enemy began to come at me.
Oh, yeah?
Left and right for me standing up and speaking out.
You mean black folk?
Black and white. Black and white. I'm going to keep it real. There were some blacks, but predominantly my black people appreciated me.
That's true.
That's why they have elected me for 23 years to represent them.
That's right.
But however, in 2016, I received a letter from the Secretary of State's office that I was being investigated for voter fraud. Now, y'all recall, however it goes, I think President Obama, that was the 2012 election was the second time getting in.
That's correct.
But they came at me in 2016 saying that I had committed fraud in 2012 during this second term, okay? They waited 4 years to come to let me know that I had allegedly committed voter fraud.
Right.
4 years later. Who in the hell can remember 4 years later when you ain't writing it down? You know, but I know I had not committed voter fraud.
That's correct.
Because when they told me what happened,
that's right.
They said that I helped the young lady.
That's right.
Who did not need help.
That's right.
That I helped the young lady who did not need help. Well, if she didn't need help, why in the hell, tell me, would she ask me for help?
There you go.
Okay?
There you go.
So evidently, she needed some kind of help.
That's correct.
It was her first time voting.
That's right.
Long story short, it ended in a hung jury.
That's right.
A hung jury because of one black lady, 23 years old, refused to vote guilty.
That's right.
They threatened to take her to jail.
That's right.
They threatened everything they could to get her to say that I was guilty.
That's right.
She would not budge.
That's correct.
And I wish that young lady was here today.
So we could honor her.
So we could honor her and tell her, we thank you, my sister,
That's
for
correct.
standing
That's correct.
for what you knew was right.
That's right.
Had it not been for that lady, that sentence was a 4-year or 5-year prison sentence. But to God be the glory.
Amen.
So immediately after the mistrial, the DA said he was going to try me again. Now the young lady that I supposedly helped got up on the stand, and she told him, say, I asked for help. It was my first time voting. I did not know what to do. But she did not touch my screen.
That's right.
She did not tell me who to vote for.
That's right.
And as a matter of fact, before she even began voting, before she put the card in the machine, I had walked away. So how could there have been some fraud involved?
I'm telling you.
But they wanted to silence me. They wanted me off the city council, and they don't want me out in the community going knocking on doors,
That's right.
getting young boys and girls, old and young, telling them let's go vote.
That's
because
right.
there is
That's
power
Voting for
in the vote.
suppression. Yes.
There is power in the vote.
Yes.
That's why I brought these cards with me today to distribute
You ain't on camera now.
to,
Back up.
I know,
Right.
I'm going to begin talking back.
Right.
I brought these cards with me today. I'm a part of Black Voters Matter. I'm a part of SRBWI, Southern Rural Black Women's Initiative for Economic and Social Justice. We have campaigns going. This one is called 72 and You. We are trying to want each black man to reach out to 72 black men and tell him, brothers, we need you in this fight. Brothers, we need you in this fight. 72 and You campaign is about black men building power together.
Amen.
Y'all, it's in our hands.
Yes.
We just got to take advantage of it. We have got to say no more. No more Kendrick Johnsons.
Yes.
No more Ahmaud Arbery's. No more in my hometown, the young man that just died 2 days ago from being tased so many times.
My Lord.
Pernell Harris. The list goes on and on. No more Breonna Taylors.
Well,
No more. When is enough enough? Like ZACK just said, enough is a damn enough. And it's time for us to come up, come out, go and register to vote, and go vote for folks that's going to represent us
Exactly.
and make laws that's best for us.
Yes.
Because it's time out, people.
Yes.
It's time out.
Amen.
So the second time, after that hung jury, Southern Center for Human Rights got in touch with me and they took that case, got to change the venue over to Jessup, Georgia,
My Lord.
Wayne County.
That's right.
They went back in the jury chambers and in less than 20 minutes they came out saying unanimously, not guilty.
Hallelujah.
Not guilty.
Victory.
I knew I had done nothing wrong.
Victory. Of course.
And they tried to get me to take a plea bargain. Wasn't taking a plea bargain when I knew I was innocent. So people, I'm telling you, exercise your right to vote.
Yes.
Vote for people that's going to represent you and stand up for you. Don't vote for somebody just because they the same skin color.
No.
See what they doing out here in the community. Are they standing up for our people? Are they standing up for what's right? Are they speaking against the Jim Crow system? Because Jim Crow is alive and well. And it's time out. And I'm tired of it. And I'm going to fight until the day I die. So my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren will not be faced with this racist system.
Can I ask you a question? You're a Christian that have heard the question, the directive, touch not my anointed, do my prophets
no
no
harm.
right. And in your case, what happened to George Barnhill and Jackie Johnson? Tell me, if you will, what happened to their cracker ass after they touched you?
I tell you this, my brother. I serve a God who is real, who sits high and looks low. And when I was first faced with those papers about committing some kind of voter fraud and and criminal charges and going to prison, I became in a depressionary state. But my God, when my mind got back to my senses, my God said to me, I am with you.
Hallelujah.
You have done no wrong, and I will bring you out of this.
Glory.
You don't take no plea, and you just keep your hands in my hands. And now, sure enough, a couple years later, after they took me through the ringer, trying to do damage to me, now Miss Jackie Johnson, the DA who was over there in Glenn County with
We
the
fired her.
now she's facing charges.
That's right.
She's facing charges.
That's how
She's
God
no
works.
longer in that position.
That's correct.
Okay, Barnhill is being investigated, who was my immediate DA in Coffee County. God does not like ugly.
But why
and
is
now, and now in the media is the lady Misty, who was over the Board of Elections. Now she's facing an investigation for
It's all over the world.
allowing Trump
That's
to
correct.
go back there and copy the entire server
That's
in
correct.
the Board of Elections.
That's
Copy-
correct.
Copy private, privy information.
That's correct.
Yes, you be careful who you put your hands on.
Hallelujah.
Be careful, because I am a child of the Most High God.
Yes.
All I do is try to go around and help people to make their lives better. You best be careful how you put your hands in your mouth on me.
And so, if we had not come to Coffee County as activists to work with you, would we have known who George Barnhill was?
No,
That's right.
no.
And
God sent you all there for
but-
you all to put the dots together
And
of the conspiracy that was going on.
That's correct.
With amongst these people in high places.
And what was the major conspiracy that caught Jackie Johnson and George Barnhill up? It was a lynching.
The major conspiracy was that they were in cahoots with those 3 men who were involved with the killing, murder
Lynching.
of Ahmaud Arbery.
Lynching.
of
That's
Ahmaud
right.
Arbery.
That's right.
And it was revealed
That's
because
right.
you all made a trip to Douglas, Georgia during the time of my trial.
Was it, my beautiful sister? Was it also the judicial system and the district attorney that mistreated Roscoe Allen and Bobby Worthing?
Yes,
Who's
sir.
supposed to go to court on September
The 12th.
because of him along with the former judge,
Judge
Paul Nally, and now they got to go before the judge under that same judicial system. Talk
Under
about
the
that
sy-
because you are given names. Sansock needs to be mentioned too.
Yes.
You need to connect the dots because, and then tell us about the news media in Douglas.
The news media in Douglas is biased. Ian Sansott, the assistant district attorney who decided that I was going to be tried again, he ran for district attorney and he lost to Marilyn Bennett,
Right,
who is
that's
now
right.
the district attorney. And I look forward to trying to work with Miss Marilyn Bennett because this case that's going on right now with Mr. Bobby Worthy and Mr. Paul Nelly needs to be dismissed because they brought it out to the grand jury that what was happening to Roscoe Allen was an injustice. And because they brought it out, the district attorney's office have brought charges against Bobby Worthy and Judge Nelly.
Whoop, there it is.
And it's sad.
Wait a minute.
It's
Before
sad.
you leave, I know you're sweating,
And
but baby,
I'm hurting.
But that's all right. We're gonna get one. We're gonna have you sit down in just a second. You mentioned the criminal justice system,
Yes, sir.
and you mentioned the fact that just a few days ago, the person that replaced Jackie Johnson, Mr. Keith Higgins, had messed around and been put in a position to kick Jackie Johnson out for him. Well, a police officer shot and killed a young girl in Camden County. I didn't know her name, but they asked me to come over there. I stood over there as silly as I could be, with no teeth in my mouth, and they brought up the fact that Keith Higgins has decided he was not going to try the police officers that shot that young girl. So I just needed to put that in so that we'll know. Quit playing as if there's a love left fest going and lynching is coming all kind of ways.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, and I appreciate you bringing that point up. There is more ways to be lynched. There are numerous ways of being lynched. They're lynching our young men when they can't murder them out on the streets. They lynching them by sending them to prison for any and every little thing. They lynching them that way. So you people with people in prison, it's time to get up off your ass and stand up for what's right.
Yes, amen.
Thank y'all. Yes, ma'am.
The night where he's in Judah asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever hold your peace. The night where he's in Judah asleep. I wonder who will wake him, bring him to his feet. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Doctor, they can lynch us with climate change. They can lynch us with the water.
Yes.
Poison. Okay, God bless you, sir. I don't want to do your speech. I just want you to
I
know.
will be very brief. Commissioner Olivia,
Yes, sir.
thank you for living it.
That's right.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
are an embodiment of truth.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yes, sir.
And we're gathered here this afternoon on strange fruits,
That's
Yes.
right.
about strange truth.
That's
Yes.
right.
And I'm here to uplift 4 points. First, who is Yomi? Yeah, you say I was a professor at Clark, but that's not why I'm here.
Okay.
I used to teach at University of Lagos, a faculty member, taught at University of Wisconsin,
Okay.
taught at Strathclyde in Australia. I mean, Mabella, where did I?
Glasgow,
Glasgow,
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Okay.
Scotland. You see, those are my academic experiences.
Yes, sir.
And as a young man, when I was defending my dissertation, an external examiner asked this question: Mr. Noidi, tell me, are you for an environment or for the people? And as a young man, I'm being trained to be a scientist. I am for the environment. But when I answered, I told the man, I said, listen, Prof, we work to protect the environment for the people.
That's
Yes.
right.
So I am for the people.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Eco Action,
That's
Yes.
right.
the organization I'm here representing,
Okay.
Thank you.
is all about helping people to organize.
That's correct.
What did I say?
That's right.
Organize to gain power.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
And then use that power to address environmental injustice.
That's
That's
right.
right.
climate injustice.
That's right.
It's all around us.
Everywhere.
It's an artificial lynching.
That's right.
My elder, without him, I would not be here, Elder Zach.
Yes.
When your elder
Yes.
calls,
Yes.
you obey.
Thank you, brother.
That's why I'm here. I'm being
I
honest.
thank you, sir.
No, I'm being honest. So I'm trying to connect what we do at Eco Action with what is going on here, strange truth.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And you are.
You know, we Eco Action will be here for 30 years and we are still living. Why? Because we listen and listen to the communities we serve.
Uh-huh.
And when we listen, we get the truth.
That's right.
And we get the truth, we run with it.
That's correct.
So we've been able to change policy. We've been able to help people have their own voices.
Yes, sir.
When people have their own voices, you know, we say that, you know, they empower themselves.
Yes.
Eco Action, we don't empower people. We help create conditions,
All right.
structures,
Yes.
so that people can empower themselves.
Yes, sir.
When,
That's it.
when people empower themselves, well, they can do wonders.
That's
Yes.
right.
Miracles
That's
can
right.
happen. And it has happened and it's still happening. So I'm here to come and focus on what I think about strange truth is in the context of the environment.
All right.
You know, three things. The environment is not just nature.
No, it's not.
Right.
Bob Bullard told us the environment includes where we shop, where we live, you know, where we go to church.
Right.
So
That's
the
right.
environment is all about us.
Yes, sir.
So as an educator, we teach about the environment. In other words, the knowledge of the environment, we have to have it.
That's true.
We have to have basic understanding.
That's correct.
Then we also have to have knowledge from the environment.
Uh-huh.
That is the experiential. That is the real experience for the environment that you have. But
Yes.
you can't get that if you don't release yourself to nature. If you don't release yourself to people, you cannot get experiential understanding.
That's right.
Right.
And the third part of the education is that we have to learn for the environment. What does that mean?
All right.
The environment cannot stand for itself.
That's
That's
right.
right.
So you and I
Got
have to stand
stand
up
for it.
For
the
it.
environment.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
that
sir.
is the advocacy.
That's
That
right.
is the organizing that Eco Action does.
Yes.
We help to organize by providing training skills and connecting the communities to resources.
That's right.
Yeah, we get some money from here and there, but we also connect communities to where we get them. So
That's
they can
right.
get them too.
That's right.
That is the bottom line. You don't limit the community people to grow. Some of the communities that we have served, groups we have served, are bigger organizations today than Eco Action. I'm saying that the environment comes in, then then the issues that Brunswick, the coastal area is faced with, toxic chemical, Superfund sites in Brunswick, Valdosta, flooding, you all have it all around.
Yes.
So what are you doing about it? What are you doing
My
about it?
God.
See, we cannot be overwhelmed. Elder Seer said it. We cannot be overwhelmed. Yes,
Right.
we can be pushed, but we will overcome with the spirit of
That's right.
That's
with the
right.
spirit of endurance.
That's
Yes.
right.
Spirit of hope.
That's
Yes.
right.
When there is
Yes.
hope, we can move forward.
That's
That's right.
And not just talking right now, but
don't give up.
in terms of action points. I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at being old. We need what Eco Action does is what is called the intergenerational learning circle.
Yes. Yes.
We are getting old.
That's
Right.
right.
Our young people, we
people.
need to have them in a circle so
Yes.
that what Elder ZACK shared today can be shared in a powerful way among these young people.
Young
people. That's
They're
right.
the one that's going to do it.
Do it.
That's
That's
right.
it. We've got to get them involved.
Yes,
Got
we're
to.
going to have intergenerational learning circle.
Intergenerational.
Elder ZACK, I beg you to pursue that with Eco Action so that we can make it more real. We already started doing it, but we have to do it not just in Brunswick, but in Valdosta, all the coastal communities.
Right.
No, seriously.
That's
That's right.
That's right.
Because we have to spread the truth.
That's right.
Now, okay, about environmental issues. when we are being exposed to toxic chemicals without our consent. And then we are also being asked to prove that we've been exposed. You see, you see the anomaly in that?
Yeah.
You don't have the means.
That's right.
Anything.
That's right.
You don't.
So all that is based on risk assessment.
Yes, sir.
That is the basis of our environmental rules, laws, and regulations. So what Yomi is telling you and telling myself and those that will listen later is that we have to shift the burden of proof from the community people who have been exposed to the people who are polluting us, who are causing the sources of the environmental problem.
Right.
Let them show us that this is safe.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
But they are not doing that.
That's right.
But that's the way the law is. But we have to change the law.
Yes.
So there is something that we are pushing, not just Eco Action, many organizations call the precautionary principle. What it simply is what our parents used to tell us: better safe than sorry.
That's right.
But in science, it says, precautionary principle is, is just trying to make sure that things, when you have credible evidence
Yes, sir.
that X or Y may cause harm, you take precautionary measures.
That's right.
Even if you can't prove it. But they want us to prove it, folks. But we are telling them that when you have credible evidence, then you use that evidence to drive your truth.
Yes, sir.
And that is what Eco Action and other groups like us are pushing for with the community, so they use that language.
Right.
The risk assessment is not the way. We have to shift that. So, in trying to close about what we do and what, I said in the generational learning, and Elder Seah said, you have to, moving forward, you have to have friends and develop friendship.
That's right.
This is for real.
That's right.
Eco Action, Yomi, we believe in investing in developing relationships.
Yes, sir.
What did I say? Developing relationships. If you don't have relationships in the community and they don't have relationship with you, you cannot work together.
That's correct.
Right. That's right.
The word says, can two work together only to understand each other? They cannot. So we have to understand. They have to see us clearly, and we have to see them clearly. So what I'm saying to myself and to you all is that how much are we investing in doing that?
That's right.
And the funders will not fund you to develop relationships.
We wouldn't have been here today.
Yeah, but we'll find a way to make it happen. Make it happen. So we have to invest in developing relationships. Some funders are saying that now, and they're trying to do it.
That's right.
So in closing, you heard about equity. You heard about environmental justice.
That's right.
Sir.
What I would like to leave with you is for you to put an equity lens in our pursuit of environmental justice.
Right.
Yes, sir.
What did I say? To put in these glasses, these are my equity lens.
Okay.
These are my equity lens.
That's right.
In the pursuit of environmental justice.
That's right.
And this lens has shown me that environmental justice as defined by EPA is the planning, implementation, and enforcement of environmental law, rules, and regulations without regard to race, ethnic, color, what? They try to be fair. Are they fair? Planning, implementation, and enforcement. The weakest link
That's right.
of what is going on is enforcement.
That's right.
The rules, the laws are there, but enforcement is terrible.
That's right.
Let me just use the better language. It's inadequate.
Inadequate.
When
That's
something
right.
is inadequate, it means it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
That's
right.
it.
So therefore, we have to step up our organizing so that the rules that we already have, let them enforce it equitably.
That's right.
What did
That's
I say?
right.
To let them enforce
it
these rules
equitably.
Equitably.
That's right.
That's it. That's it.
And if they do that, that will help us protect our health.
Yes, sir.
Because environmental justice is about human health.
Right.
So, particularly
Human
for our
health.
people, because we are the ones we are burdened,
Burden.
burdened with exposure
And disproportionately,
to,
yes,
and that is
yes.
to all kinds of pollutants.
Yes, sir.
And so we want to rise above that by self-educating ourselves, collectively working together, and bringing in young people. This is for real. The young people and the elders must work together.
Must work together.
Yeah. So climate change.
Yes, sir.
The young people have taken ownership.
That's right.
But the young people cannot do it all by themselves.
That's correct.
Therefore, we have to circle around with them so that there is a learning action circle between the young and the elders in the community.
That's
like
it.
Elder ZACK, you have so much knowledge and experience.
Yes, he does.
And you break it down.
Yes, sir.
When they hear you, it will touch them.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I would like to see happen.
Yes, sir.
This action circle to make it happen. So
That's my
in closing, I
problem right
thank the organizers and Eco Action, our director Kala Lewis, and our board of directors. Say hello to everybody, and we hope this will not be the end, ZACK.
That's right.
My elder,
Amen.
please do it again.
Well, I am very glad.
Keep it going.
I am very grateful to you, sir,
Yes. Amen.
for saying this. This can't be the end.
That's right.
No.
Let me tell you why. See, the reason it can't be the end is because before I met you, in the struggle of the environment, I had walked away. I had messed around and heard Robert Bullitt, you called his name. I had worked with Connie Tucker. I had worked with as many people as you can think of. And I had taken it to North Carolina to say the thing that you said about enforcement. Enforcement was being handled by the same people that was polluting us at the time. And so I had gone to North Carolina. We had thousands of people, hundreds of people, I mean, sign up a lawsuit. And they said, good, y'all gonna win. And they sent us $360 checks without us knowing that they had settled the lawsuit.
Wow.
Sent it at Christmas time.
Wow.
And had already divided the community with the upper crust Negroes who had property and had them do a class action lawsuit for nuisance because of toxaphene on their land.
Wow.
So we were divided. So I gave up. And then along come you in Savannah.
Wow.
You've not given up, you just had a break. See, you're superior.
I had quit.
Yeah, but we started, we ignited each other.
Well,
okay, that's what Eco Action does, to help catalyze.
You sure had done that. You did that.
Catalyze, that's why we are talking right now.
That's right, bro.
That's it.
We have to keep it going.
Keep it going.
But if you hadn't have kept it going, trust me, bro, okay, I done moved on to other things.
No, you know, this is
and I am so grateful because people don't know this. Brunswick, Georgia is the most polluted zip code in the state of Georgia.
Wow.
And we have played games with them to the tune that what has happened to us is that we gave up, did not get young people involved. That young woman right there, we got her involved because of this. And now with your help, we know with Eco Action that we're gonna make the church do what they supposed to do.
That's it.
Church,
That's it.
you know,
That's it.
it's a collaboration.
It is.
There is, you know, there is something, the audacity of youthfulness.
Right.
The young people have that.
They got it.
We also have what is called the power of collaboration and partnerships. That is what we have.
Yes.
Sow those seeds. We're helping to sow those seeds.
That's right.
And those seeds, we have to nurture them.
That's right.
We have to nurture them so that it can bear fruits.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Bear
We will.
fruits of righteousness. Bear fruit of right for the environment and right for human health.
Yes,
They
sir.
connect. Eco action, all that we do is help connect the dots.
That's right.
How does the environment is impacting our health, and what can we do through community organizing, training, and advocacy?
That's it.
That's what we do.
Well,
Amen.
we are now your team partners like we should have been a long time ago. Thank you, sir.
Well, better late than never. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you,
What
Doc.
you say, better
Appreciate
what?
you. Better late than never.
Better late than never, but I'm going to tell you something. It almost got to be never with me.
But hey, there is a God. It didn't get to that. So we thank you. We thank you. Because like we used to say at Clark College, hey, we'll find a way or make one. I'll never
At this time, we're going to go directly into the City of Douglas Mayor Commission meeting. Good evening.
You over everything. You the boss, but you don't want us to be heard. It's an ambush. It's an ambush.
So you want to speak, right?
I had to speak. I have to speak because they have to have support. They ain't got no support. If those black males don't come out and support these ladies, man, they gonna see how he do. That's what he'll do. He'll cut it off. Just cut it off.
Commissioner, what short, I know you got to go back in the meeting, but short form, do you think that was right? I mean, how do you feel about it?
Of course not, Mr. Rhines. It's been wrong for a long time. This mayor that we got, I begged these people in Douglas, Georgia to not support him. When they saw how he did Roscoe Allen about his $40,000, when they saw how he did Brandon Paul with his job, and now just 3 weeks ago, this black woman, Joanne Robertson, they just railroaded and got her out of her job for 17 and a half years. They do what they want to do to black folk. One exception, Britt Leverett, they did him wrong. He had reported on a white guy who had a Ku Klux Klan hood. Next thing we know, Britt done got rid of. This mayor upholds this stuff. It's time out for it. It's time out. The people better know what's going on and come together. And I'm telling you, you better find out somebody to run for mayor. We started going back. We are started going back. He sure do.
He done sat there and told the biggest lie in the world on that man. Him and that white dude. Both of them need to be locked up. There's a bunch of bull jive in Douglas, Georgia. Douglas, Georgia need to stop. Out of 49 years, I ain't never seen nothing like this. If the man could sit up and lie like that, I could go take out a warrant and say Robert said he was gonna kick my ass.
That's right. And
now,
they ought to
gonna let me go with it?
They ought to honor that.
Was you a witness to that?
I was up. I heard it on the phone.
Yeah.
Only thing that man said he was gonna impeach his ass.
I don't know who they don't really talk to. I'm gonna F you up and I'm gonna whoop your ass. I don't know who they heard say that. He made one statement.
Because we ain't got the money that them white folks giving this nigga.
Right.
It's a shame.
That's what it is. This nigga getting paid a dog on something. That's what he doing. Only thing that nigga doing is sitting in them white folks' lap, being a Benedict or an Uncle Tom, everything it is to be. That's what that nigga is. He ain't shit.